Okay, so it is Sunday, July 30th, about 12:30 p.m. And this is going to be my video for the security deposit, showing how I have left the apartment. It is only July 30th, but I will be returning the keys first thing in the morning, July 31st. The Pico energy bill is no longer my responsibility at 8 a.m. So as of this video, I will no longer be in the apartment and won't be coming back. So this is it. I do want to start off by showing just a printout of the email dated October 27, 2014. This is when I submitted my conditions checklist. You guys have it. It's a nice big long packet filled out for you of everything in this apartment that was wrong when I moved in. And this just shows, on October 30th, so 3 days afterwards, Arnie acknowledged it, said he was going to address some of those things. Most of them weren't addressed, but that's a side issue. So, let's see, this was a page out of the lease agreement for November 2016 to October 2017. So the current lease agreement, again, you guys have this, I think it's page 3. This is just showing that I had written in talking about the damage to the 2 outlets that Arnie and Ken did. They're in the living room. I'll show that to you. And then also, this was one of the early notices I gave you guys of the water damage issues in the 2 bedrooms, which was signed and acknowledged. Also showing that you guys went ahead and already listed this apartment as of July 19, 2017 on Zillow. Already talking about all the renovations you plan on making in here, including the wood floors and all that stuff. So before you've even seen the apartment, you already know you're going to be doing lots of mass changes to it. And I guess we should go ahead and get started here. So, main living room, dining room area. Noted in the conditions checklist that you guys acknowledged from October 2014. There were multiple stains all over this carpet. I'm showing this is one of the 2 outlets that Arnie and Ken damaged. It does work, but it barely holds a plug because you guys pried the faceplate off. Also chipped it up. This would be the other one over here. This one's worse. It barely holds a plug. Again, the electricity goes here, but it never held a plug. It was useless. You guys pretty much destroyed it. All the chip paint there is your problem, not mine. So this carpet was vacuumed. It was shampooed. You can still see some of the vacuum lines. I wiped down the baseboard, wiped down windowsills. Let's note the blinds. I've always kept the blinds pulled up in this apartment because all of them in some way, shape, or form never worked. Again, that was in the email I'd sent. This one is missing because it was actually just straight up broken. It wouldn't go up, wouldn't go down, had broken slats to it, so I pulled it down. I have it in storage. I did not throw it away. It's not mine. I just put it away in storage. Still wandering around the room. That is your carbon monoxide detector. I've simply just unplugged it, but it is yours. It is still here. These blinds were also pulled up. Like I said, most of them pretty much don't function. They don't pull up and down with just the string. If anything, the ones that do sort of work, you have to get up onto a step ladder and manually pull them down as you're working the string. So, as I said, yes, there are spots on the carpet. This was acknowledged before I moved in. Like there's the one over here, but you can see by the furniture footprints, I had furniture and rugs blocking that area, so I didn't have to look at it. There's that one there. Also had furniture over it. There's kind of a stain here. Again, I had a little red area rug under the dining room table covering that. That was prior to me. This was not me. Tiles were all steam cleaned. They were all in good shape. The back door, I did add these when I moved in. Simply lift them up, move them over. They're just extra braces against this door because this door is incredibly thin and useless. I actually was able to push it open one time even though it was supposed to have been locked. And that's why I added the wing braces. This is the pantry, kind of coat closet-y area. The floor was like that when I moved in. I just put a rug over it. Didn't make a big deal. Shelves have all been cleaned, wiped down. I'm showing the nail holes here. Please note there are lots of nail holes here. These are not all me. I did have hooks here, but only that one. I think it was like that one, and you know, that one or something. You know, one out of each of those groupings was mine. All the other ones were previous tenants. Those holes were already there before me. As I said, the floor was already like this. I simply put a rug in here so I didn't have to look at it. Let's go into the kitchen. Linoleum is faded and stained in spots. Again, that was noted on the conditions report. This hole here, that was noted. There's the big one over by the corner of the stove. That was noted. There's also some other ones in the front of the stove. As for the stove itself, obviously I wasn't turning it on, trying it. When I first moved in, I did discover after moving in, another one of those things I called about, so I don't have any record of it, unfortunately. This burner was always a problem. Sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. The rest of them were fine. The oven was fine. Everything has been scrubbed down and clean. Cabinets have all been wiped down and cleaned. These ones aren't in bad shape. The problem cabinets, again, noted when I moved in, were ones here. You can see the trim was coming off on this one. Trim was coming off down here. Again, this was all stuff I noted, went over with. There was never any trim over here. This was always rough. This is the big one in here. You can see this is old glue. You guys had repaired this prior to me moving in. This is old. That's why it's yellowed and stained. This, as I already put in a YouTube video, is your fault. This piece has come off many times, and I've always had the piece and re-glued it. Finally, I did it again. That was a July 16. That was a Sunday. I did it in the evening after my movers had already done the furniture, so I knew it would be safe and wouldn't get hit. You guys came in Monday. I was not here. Came in to fix the toilet. This glue was still wet, and you bumped it. You knocked the piece off. I looked everywhere for the piece. It wasn't on the counter. It wasn't on the floor. It wasn't even in the trash can. Someone picked up the piece and decided to throw it out on me. I don't know if in the dumpster or whatever happened to it, it's missing. But this is on you. It's not my fault. Showing the drawer that had to be repaired when I moved in. So my theory was at some point prior to me moving in, someone had hit this, knocked the drawer out of whack because this whole front piece was broken off, and had busted this too. You guys had repaired it before I moved in. Like I said, this continuously fell off. It was one giant strip of a piece. Also note, where is it? There's paint and nicks on this counter. They were in the conditions report prior to me moving in. Not my fault. Crappy paint job around the outlets and around here. It was you guys. Your painters did a really sloppy job, by the way. Cabinets, cleaned and wiped down. These ones weren't in bad shape. They're all right. The cabinets I had to screw on again and again multiple times would have been this one. I've had to fix this a few times. It's good right now. This was the other one that was a problem that I regularly had to re-screw and fix. Again, it's fine now. That paper was here when I moved in. I am leaving it. The refrigerator has been unplugged for a while. The doors have been left open. Everything was wiped down with Clorox bleach wipes. It's been disinfected very well. I'm leaving the ice trays and holder. 2 of those trays are actually mine, but I don't need them anymore. Showing it's clean. It's been wiped down. It's in good shape. Go into the bathroom. So the bathroom, toilet always had, not toilet, excuse me, I'm sorry, the tub always had a bit of a dinge to it. I scrubbed it down before I moved in. It's old. That's the way it is. You can see in some of these corners here, the mold that I commented on. It's stuck up in the caulking you guys used. That's always been here since I moved in. The little thing here is missing. That's been noted too. The scratched up area here, that was noted before I moved in. The drain being pretty rusted up and gnarly, noted when I moved in. Toilet, you guys were already in here. Fixed that thing. I guess it was running or something. You guys never told me what the hell the problem was. Sink. This has been an issue since April. You guys did absolutely nothing about it. All you've done is simply gone and turned the water off on me. It's been off now. That was July 17 when you were in here with your plumber. I will note, and I noted that in an earlier video, you guys left the pile of wet paper towels there and left the mess in here. So I'm leaving it. This was your mess. You made it. I left it. This linoleum was scrubbed, steamed down. There was some staining, yeah, that little red stain, I noted that when I moved in, that's been here. The other little stains and fade marks, again, were in here when I moved in. You see the really bad seam line right there. This little linen closet cleaned, wiped down. Nothing's wrong with that. Hallway rug, you can still see the lines. I shampooed this, I vacuumed this. This thing is cleaner than the day I moved in. See, all the way down, nice and clean, nice and fresh. This is the first bedroom, again, noted on the conditions list. There were stains in here. You see all the vacuum lines, I vacuumed everything in here. This had stains. This closet doorknob was missing when I moved in. I did not replace it. You can see it used to be a lock and closet. I did add this lock. You will have the keys for that lock. This chip was already your problem, not mine. Your painters had closed the door when the paint was still gummy and caused it. Closet, completely emptied, wiped down. Floor in here has been vacuumed. Not hiding anything back here. Again, you can see all the vacuum lines. Everything's been clean. Baseboards have been wiped down throughout. Here's your mess. Carpet stained, paint chipped. Windowsill's dirty. Now this blind is also missing. This was one of the ones that was just straight up broken and hanging loose. So I just pulled it down. It is in storage. I will show you. Some more of your paint flecks. More of the water damage up in here. You can see this. This was another one of the blinds. Doesn't work right. Never has. It's noted in the conditions checklist before I moved in. Going to the middle bedroom, you can see the carpet wrinkles. This carpet's old. It's been shifting. More vacuum lines because I cleaned in here. It's a collection of ceiling debris I'm leaving you. Your stain on the carpet. Watermarked ceilings. But I did vacuum out the closet. It's been wiped down, completely emptied. Everything is good in there. The rest of the carpet is alright. Again, this was marked down on the conditions checklist prior to moving in. It is stained. This is the last bedroom. This one doesn't have any leaking ceiling issues, but it did come with a multitude of stains again on the checklist. Put it down. That's why I used a large red floral area rug in here. It covered up all the stains. Again, crooked broken blinds. That one was another one that I had pulled down because it was straight up broken slats, wouldn't move, didn't do anything, so I just pulled it down. This window film was already here because this is a street level bedroom. So I left the film up. I only ever use this room for storage. Again, because the carpet was pretty gnarly. You can see the vacuum lines. I vacuumed in here, wiped the baseboard down. Also like to note, as you can probably tell, all the lights are working as I've been turning them on and off because I'm leaving you with working bulbs. Unlike when I moved in and half the light bulbs in this place didn't work. They were all dead. Definitely highlighting this. Again, you guys know about this. Is on the conditions thing. This was long frame before I came in here. A little linen closet. Okay, vacuumed out. I'm leaving a couple of those little fuses you guys had left me. This place blows its fuses quite frequently. Shelvings are all wiped down. You guys made the pen marks on the box to try to figure out what fuse went to what area. That was not me. Another view of the hall carpet. Again, shampooed, vacuumed. It is absolutely pristine. Going out the back door. I did change the lock. You guys lost the key. I had to send you new keys. So this is just the communal hallway area. This is everything I've been using. Lots of cleaning equipment, vacuum, large carpet shampooer. This is my storage closet. So I already took the lock off. It's my lock. I'm going home with it. Everything was vacuumed, swept out in here. What I'm leaving you is what I came in here with. This is, this is what you left me when I first moved. Is carpet remnant. These pieces of cardboard, they're not mine. I don't know, previous tenant or whatnot, but this thing was never ever properly emptied for me prior to moving in. There are your blinds. These are the really broken, busted, 100% useless ones that I pulled down because they were just unsightly. Another can of paint. I had an email asking Arnie to remove all those. You've missed one, it's still here. These are your 2 air conditioning units. Remember, I moved in October. These things were already here in storage. I had not used them. I had not tested them. I just simply noted I received them, but unfortunately did not know what type of condition they were in. I pulled them out summer of 2015 to use them, and they're awful. Completely useless. I can show you the wings on the one of them. Absolutely old, deteriorated plastic. Someone at some point had tried using foam filler, and this is what you guys left me. So I didn't even use them. They've been sitting here in storage. I ended up buying a couple of units off a friend of mine and just use those. Hey,
how's it going?
Good, thanks. My neighbor just walked by.
Good.
Stairs go down here, not my problem. I don't know where they go to. Okay, so I paused the video. My neighbor came in, just wanted to say hi. You can note all the light switches have been wiped down and clean, so they're all ready to go. That one's been clean. Yes, there are paint chips throughout here because your painters did a really crappy job when I moved in. It's just a very cheap paint job. More, they probably closed doors if you watch. They closed doors when the paint was still wet. That's what caused those. On that note, with the painters, I did want to come back in here. Just show your painters had tried to paint on glazed surfaces, so it started chipping around here. Note also the fact your painters did nothing but put tape on this and paint over it. It's a broken towel holder. There's the other half. This was broken before I moved in. You guys just put paint or tape on it and painted right over it and considered that fixed. Also just showing the cheap paint job over here. You can see you guys tried to paint on top of glaze and it just chips right off. So, not my problem. Again, all the lights work, all the walls are clean, there aren't any holes anywhere that are abnormal, that are my problem. Stains are all old. I have not contributed any more stains. I guess I should probably go show the nail holes also in the linen closet. I'm just gonna keep walking back and forth around here because it just keeps showing that I have taken care of this place. It is pristine, better shape than when I got it. Yeah, I'll show you these nail holes too. Not all of these, like the other room, are mine. Only a couple of them are. I had a couple of coat hooks in here. The rest of them were already there. I said just walking around, making sure everything is covered. The lights are cleaned and dusted, so they're all good to go. Again, better than when I moved in, when half the bulbs around here never worked. They were dead bulbs. You guys let me move in and half the bulbs were not working. That's been cleaned, touched up. I get it that I'm rambling at this point, but again, just trying to cover myself, making sure everything is seen in this video. Because I will be giving you the keys as of tomorrow morning, and I don't plan on coming back into this apartment again after I wrap up this video. So again, you can see some of the shoddy repair jobs and paint jobs you guys did. And again, you already have online that you are renovating this place, updating it, fixing it, all that stuff. This is even before you've really come in here and seen it. So you're acknowledging the place needs an update. It was actually supposed to have gotten wood floors in before I moved in, but then as soon as I told Arnie I was moving in with dogs, he scrapped that idea. So I was told I was going to get wood floors. But in exchange, I did not get the wood floors. I agreed to move in on stained carpet and a worn apartment. You guys gave me a break and waived the pet's deposit. So I did not pay the pet security deposit. Again, which means, to me at least, you're acknowledging that this place had some issues when I moved in. And that light's working, the light fixture has been cleaned. I'll turn this one on for you. Light fixture, it only has the one bulb. It looks like it should have two, but it doesn't. But it's been cleaned, leaving you a working bulb. I'll also remind you, I've left the tape on over this. Don't flip this switch. It usually causes some kind of a fuse pop or something, so. And tiles, all clean and scrubbed. They're in good shape. One more time down the hall. Everything's good. And I will be taking photos to go along with this. And I think that's about it. I don't think I can show any more. Thank you.